Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? You guys awake?
Yeah.
Awake.
Medium.
Yes. Day 3. I'm still walking.
That's
surprisingly.
right. A lot of walking.
Caffeinated. Yes. I'm Pune Kaufman. I work in Core Services Engineering, and I am responsible for rolling out teams across Microsoft internally.
And I'm Sarah Bush. I work in Core Services Engineering as well, and I'm responsible for getting all of our people ready to make that move.
And we're super excited to be here to tell you guys about our program here, Building a Champion of Communities. It is so important to us, so we're really excited to share our story. So I want to tell you, first of all, about our team story, right? Why teams, what we're doing. We have a huge goal at Microsoft to upgrade teams. I think everybody's been hearing that theme, throughout the last few days, what Teams only is, what our everything that's happening with Teams. So we're really excited to be a part of it. But for us, it's about upgrading 225,000 users by year end to get them onto Teams only. And what that means is no more Skype for them. They would only be using Teams for their calling, their chat, and their meeting experience. So we talk about value proposition. We talk about why we use Teams. It's really important for us to communicate this to our users, to get them excited and to get them part of this community to use Teams. So we talk about having it meet our modern workplace, which you guys have been hearing, being the hub for teamwork, one place for collaboration, meetings, calling, chat, and then also a simplified communication experience. I can pick up the calls during my chat, I can video, I can do live events. Makes it really a great experience. So, as we know, a program of magnitude for 225,000 users requires an internal adoption program, which is really, really important. So we built out these 4 key pillars for our adoption program. One is around bringing awareness, elevating awareness. We have so many products at Microsoft that we have choices to use. So it was really important for us to make sure that our users loved it and were able to understand what the awareness was. So we built training sessions, we tailored content around it. We also created this Champs program that Sarah's gonna talk to you about, and lots of campaigning, right? So that was our goal, to land the message. The next key pillar for us was engagement, right? Elevating engagement, making sure that people understood once we landed the message, how do we ensure our users are engaged and helping others? So that was really important. We implemented white glove services, which we'll talk to you about, teamwork training, and a lot of success stories for our users so that we can promote them and the work that they're doing. The last 2 items is measurement. Of course, having measurements to determine our progress, improving customer guidance, being able to analyze and adjust it as we go, really, really important. And lastly, management, ongoing support. Once we upgrade through these phases by EVP.org, it's really important to continually support these people, to make sure that they're being heard. If issues are there, we're supporting them, delivering the messages. So these key pillars for us were really key. And then Sarah's gonna really go into the whole program right now.
Yeah, thanks, Pune. So as Pune was saying, we approached this kind of huge objective from several different spokes, and one of those was a champions program, which we'll go deep into today. So how do you migrate over 200,000 users or teach them about something when you have a team of 10? So we thought about this and we thought, we're going to need some help. Yeah, we need some hands. So you can do videos, you can do online training, but we know that people learn in different ways. And I, for one, am a hands-on learner, and I like to talk to you about it, and I like to understand and have you show me. So we talked about having a champions community, and we thought, maybe we'll get 50, 60 people, we'll see what happens. The first thing that we wanted to do was find out, where are we going to find these people to help us? we had seen on our Teams Yammer group that there were these really active users. Gosh, 2025, just really active evangelists who would come in and answer people's questions and help them and bring in resources for them. So we said, that's for sure. But, 2025 more hands maybe aren't enough. So then we said, well, let's look at our people that are in the field. We have IT managers all over the globe, and we have ACL's area capability leads and people that are out there with our end users. So we went and solicited them as well. We also have something called the Elite program, and this is for all the Office 365 products. We have one specifically for Teams, and this is an early adopter program. So it could be a little bit more bumpy while we're working through the new features, but these people have opted in to have that experience so they could see the new things first. So we reached out to them. And then Art of Teamwork attendees. I want to take a moment to talk about the Art of Teamwork because this is one of our pillars and it also plays into the Champions program. The Art of Teamwork is an in-person training. There are 2 levels, a level 100 called Get Productive, and this is where I learn how to orient in Teams and some of those top tricks to set up my notifications and settings. I learn what it means to favorite or follow. Who knows what favoriting is? Who knows what following is and the difference? I'm actually impressed. And who's set their notifications? All right. So, these are fundamentals, but they really change your experience. When we learn anything new, there's kind of that ramp up. And when we get the people over that ramp, we find their productivity go up by the metrics. So that's the level 100. The level 200, well, the first one is about how I orient to teams. The second one is how I am as a team's owner. When I make a team, what channels should I bring in? What connectors and bots should I bring in? How is this going to be productive for the people that I work with? And very importantly, how do I onboard people quickly? So we went to these trainings and we said, if you're interested in Teams and you're interested in joining a Champions program, please sign up. And then finally, and this is what's made it kind of go crazy, is recommendations from other users, just viral adoption, people finding that this program is beneficial and telling their friends. So we said, what are the fundamentals of the program? What do we really need? First thing, I just will reiterate, find the right people. All of those recruiting pools. It's huge. Secondly, fundamentals. For us, it had to be global because there are different roles and different experiences all across the globe for our users. So we needed representation globally. Also, we wanted to make the champions visible. 2 reasons. 1, so I know who to ask, and 2, to reward you as a SME, right? I'm the go-to person, and usually the SMEs and the people that are out there giving the information, they want you to come to them and ask them about it. We had a set of gives, which we require the champions to step up and do for us so that the program can be effective. And then the gets. There's a good reason. They need a value proposition for being here, right? This is in addition to their day job. So the gives. This is why I went deep into the Art of Teamwork training. We're asking them to take that templatized, branded training and take it global so that we can all get on the same page and use it in similar ways because that helps productivity across the board. What we did was create a package for them. So we created digital signage for them to use in their buildings to promote their training sessions. We created a OneNote with how to use the digital signage, what you do to set up based on our best practices to give a presentation, how you will go through the slides. We give them their deck. We give them an outline of how you might want to do a demo and the things you should cover. And then we give them a templatized email with all of the resources. So all they have to do is have a sign-in sheet or take attendance at the meeting and then send that out afterward with a thank you. We also ask them to join in our Teams Yammer group and answer questions. They are the SMEs, and they actually do a great job of this. We do it in core services engineering, and then we get the champions to help us. We list everybody who has signed up for a champion. Part of the opt-in is that you agree to have your name on a list in our intranet, so any of those 240,000 users can look you up and start asking you questions. So you have to be prepared and ready to do this. And then we ask them to also promote ongoing readiness. For example, we've released the Art of Teamwork snackable videos. They're 5 minutes or less, and they're scenario-based. We have one now on private meetings and teams. We have one on how you navigate in teams, pre-meeting, during meeting, and post-meetings, and how teams can help you with that whole journey. We have the top five things you do when you start using Teams, and we have one specifically for moving to Teams-only mode, because as we transition our organization across, there are some people in that experience and some are still in side-by-side Skype and Teams.
And one thing to note there is we have a teamwork toolkit that's available for all of our customers today. So all these digital assets that we're talking about that we've built internally are available to you. So you can use for your programs and increase adoption and help your adoption programs move up. So.
Yes, that's right. Thank you. Absolutely. So this is what they get. This is the fun stuff. First of all, I said we needed to make them identifiable so that people could recognize them and, they could stand out as a SME. We developed something called the digital badge, and this goes over their profile and shows up in all of their O365 tools. So as you might imagine, as this started showing up, people were like, what is that thing on your face? Yeah. I'm like, perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Exactly. Because it's an opportunity to then talk about Teams. Oh, well, that's, I'm part of this program. Are you using Teams? Can I help you? Do you have questions? How about I come talk to your org about it? Then also we send every single champion a physical swag packet, a welcome letter that reiterates the gives and gets, a cling for their office or car or whatever window, a sticker, just a few small things. And I can't point out enough how important that is. It makes it real for people. It's individualized, and people, the champions are like taking selfies with these things and posting them into our team. People love this, so it's important that you make them recognizable and you show them that you see them and you appreciate them.
And when you go through the office, when you go through the buildings, you can see very easily a lot of them have them on their doors, on their windows. So as you're walking by, you know who the people are that you can go to for help. So it makes it really nice.
Exactly.
We love it.
And then we have a monthly call where we partner with the product group. And the first thing we do in that monthly call is I show them their metrics. I'm like, okay, guys, look at what you're doing. It's awesome. I'll show you a little bit of that in a minute. So we talk about how they're impacting what we're trying to do here. We talk about where we're at in the upgrade and what's going on. We give them, the in the know kind of things about what's happening at Microsoft. And then we highlight any of the champions' things that they're doing locally, like the LATAM Cup. They had a big competition in LATAM all around Teams. It was super fun. And then we turn it over to the product group where they get the latest and greatest information. And they can also influence the product group with what they're hearing. It's kind of a two-way street there. We get, pretty good turnout at that. Okay, does it work? That's the important part, right? So like I said in the beginning, we were like, okay, maybe we get 50, 60. Maybe we could shoot for 75 people to help us with this thing. And we had no idea what was going to happen. Today, there are over 650 champions in more than 45 countries. And actually, I should have updated this. My last check, it was 99 Microsoft buildings. So as I said, we picked the right pools, and then they're pulling other people in.
And this is in a 5-month time frame. So we started, as Sarah said, with 50 people, the pilot, and now within 5 months. And this is truly because of the excitement of the badging, the support, the program. People have come to us, and asked to join. So it's so important to get some recognition through the digital badges and the swag, just to get them some visibility.
A value proposition for them. It's been so successful, we created a flow so that we could onboard them.
Exactly.
But I want to point out what's happening here. Let me reiterate that we're still in side by side. They all still have the choice to use, for the most part, either Skype or Teams. So to see these numbers going up and to see this pivot point where chats are now the majority of all chats happening in buildings with champions is huge. They also have high adoption. This is a adoption rate at 93.5%. And then the retention, which is even more important. If adoption is going up, let's make sure the retention is happening, which is almost 99% in buildings with champions. So does it work? our metrics say yes, it does, and it's continuing to actually go up. I want to just point out too, we look at these specifically because those are the parity functions with Skype. So when we replace Skype for Business, we need to make sure that they're really adopting the chat calling and meetings so that when we deprecate Skype for Business, they'll know, I don't know, how to have a chat call or meeting.
And this phase, we're really focused on doing meetings. So you'll see the smaller number. I don't know if you noticed, but we're rolling out a Teams add-in. So we're just ramping up the whole meeting experience with our users. So we're expecting these numbers to skyrocket as we deploy the add-in for everyone. Right now, we have over 80,000 users using it, but we expect in the next 2 weeks, we're going to have all 224,000 people on it.
Yeah, I'm really glad you pointed that out. This may not seem like a big number to you, but that's mostly in-app meetings that they're choosing to do. This is without the use of the Outlook plugin, so I do expect that to go up. So that's a bit about what the champions are doing for us, but I wanted to know what we're doing for them. Is this good for them? Are they happy? Is it working? And the survey says yes, which is awesome. Now, there's some room for improvement, but overall, there's a 98% satisfaction rate. Again, picking the right people, giving them recognition through badging or some other indication, and then feeding them the newest, latest, greatest information. What we found too is that they have a pretty high percentage in that training support that I said. We've asked them to do that, so we put a good package together for them, maybe a little room for improvement there. 83% satisfaction with the monthly calls with the PG that I explained. And like I said, we get about a 40% turnout, which is kind of surprising. We have a morning session and an evening session, and I might need to see if I need to adjust some times on that, but it's pretty good turnout. They're a very lively group. And then 82%, I'll take a second and kind of pull the covers off on this one. 82% with the digital badge. The digital badge was hard. We made it up, and it was not the best experience to get it downloaded onto your profile, but we have a V2 coming, which is literally going to be in the team. You click a button, it applies your badge, and then within a number of hours, it goes across all your O365. So hopefully that number will go up.
Yes.
And I was telling Pune when we were looking at these verbatims, I'm like, they're going to think that I cherry-picked these verbatims. I know they will. But I truly didn't. This is the kind of feedback that we're getting about this program. And I want to say that overwhelmingly, ta-da, word cloud. Overwhelmingly, it's about the community. So, it's great, the training, the badge, all of those kinds of things, but every single one of them said, I learned so much from this community. I'm kept in the know. I take this out to, the people that I work with, and I show them how to do it. And other people are developing champions programs similar to this. It's a very, very vibrant community. I can say it's really them that are making the difference.
With that, so we thought, gosh, how do we keep the excitement? How do we get people going? Sarah and I both came from gaming, so we thought, you know what? We need to gamify this. We need to make this fun. We got the badges.
Competition.
Yes, and now we need more badges, so we're coming up with even more badges. But what we decided is let's create a game board. Let's put this behind the scenes so org leaders can see who their champions are, who's responding to the most feedback, who's helping the community, who's doing the most training. Who are these people that are these superstars? And our vision is truly then to integrate this with their personal connects, right? We do our yearly connects, we do our quarterly, connects, and really bring this back to their performance reviews to show, hey, we're a culture about growth mindset. We're a culture about helping one another. It's not just about individual contributions, it's about group contributions. So how do we show that at Microsoft? This was a great way for us to actually capture it and bring it into their performance so that people actually see it and get recognized by their managers for it. So we're super excited about this, and we can't wait. We were hoping to actually demo it for you here, but we had a few technical issues.
I'm only sad that I can't actually participate myself.
I know,
like
me
good
too.
Competition.
But thank you so much. I hope that you guys can see how passionate we are about Teams. We're super excited. We really understand how important it is to get the community involved, to get your users involved, to really love the product. It's not just about deploying a product, and that's why we're in end user services engineering. We need to make that experience good. And so even with our Teams upgrade, we've taken our time to make sure that all our MVPs are delivered so that the experience works for people. If we're taking a product away, we need to give a product that's 10 times better for them to be productive in their work environment. So really important for us. So thank you, but we want to ask you guys if you have any questions.
You've got the analytics. Right now, at least for us, the Teams analytics are not that easy to find. So you're getting great stuff here. Is that stuff going to be made available to your customers soon?
I'm so glad. He's a plant. I have a metrics session tomorrow about what's available, what we're working with the product group on bringing to customers, and how we as an enterprise, as a representative of an enterprise, have said, these are the kinds of things we need. Here's how we took the content back and made it work for us. And now we're working with the product group to make it available to others.
Yeah, absolutely. Tomorrow at, what time is it?
I think it's at 9:20. Sarah Bush.
I was just going to ask, when you reached out to your recruiting pools and everything, did you kind of first look for volunteers, or did you kind of volunteer people that you wanted them to be a champion?
This is such a good question. We could have gone one of two ways, volunteer, voluntold, and we specifically didn't do voluntold. That's why we picked a bunch of pools, and then we said, let's make it a value prop for you. Let's make it, we want those who truly are evangelists and passionate about Teams, because that's going to move the needle. So it worked for us. We did go to several places, and then people have been coming out of the woodwork now.